All right, YouTube, it's Steve Trader 66. First video in about a week. I've been busy rebuilding my kitchen, coming out great. Those of you who are interested in that, building, home repair, renovations, I do all that. I'm retired, so I got time. Anyway, what I'm trying to look at here is I have the volume profile and I have the dome surface, aka book map. All right, so this is Quad Tower. That's their book map. All right, my main screen is this one, where I have footprint, depth of market, and also the volume profile and cumulative delta. Now, what I basically look at first is I take a look at the offers and bids, the bids and the offers, to see what kind of liquidity we have, and to see if it's anything's out of the normal, whether smaller amounts of liquidity or bigger amounts of liquidity, and where they're actually ending up. Are they on even numbers, meaning 0.00, or 50s, 0.50? Okay? And these seem to be here's 0, 50s. So this is probably better off to look at your book, at your DOM service or your book map, because my reds are where my higher liquidities are. Okay? And my oranges to red, higher liquidity. White, blue, black are lower liquidity. And it's all in context. All right? So we want to look at that as well. All right? So those of you who are familiar with the heat map, you have your bids and offers here, and then here's your cells, your buys and your sells inside here. This is pretty much the footprint. All right? These orders, and these are liquidities, your bids and offers. All right? Where liquidity is. The darker the red, the higher the liquidity. 2.4, see, 293 on this line. Here's 292, 229. So we take a look at that. That's like an orange, right? So this is what we're looking at. Let's go back to the footprint and dome, and let's look at this. So I figured I haven't really taken a look at the markets in a while. Nothing crazy out there geopolitically. I take a look at what's happening in the market on a daily basis, but I'm not trading it, so I'm not really following the price action. But maybe we can get a trade. So let's see what we have here. On the footprint chart, I have volume, your bids, your offers, and then I have imbalances, which are highlighted, numbers here, and it's colored for delta. All right? And that's what I have here. Normally, you would see something like this, which will have volume total and then delta total. All right? For this, I want it here. This is where I want to be with this right now. My setups do change a little bit. Here's a delta. Well, so we have a divergence in delta here. A negative delta. The buyers are starting to come up on it. All right? Sell imbalance, sell imbalance, sell imbalance. Buyers just took that. So now what we can look at is cumulative delta, which is here. And if you see your swings, and this is the way I look at it, you take a swing here and you go down, here's a swing. Okay. Let's bring this down a little bit. Here's a swing. That's the swing. So what we're seeing now is we're seeing relatively the cumulative delta and the price action are in sync, and that's what you want to see. So now we look to profile steps, which is right here, bunch of liquidity here. Okay. Next move down could be right here, which is at the low here. Not enough meat on the bone to take this trade. The high of the day, well, actually the high period, is 64, 63.75. I don't even know if I'm recording. So hopefully I am. All right, nothing too crazy now. They're just, we are trading, two-way trading. We take a look at the buying, so there's a lot of buying and selling up in here, in this area, which is 60.50. We go to 60.50 right here. There's a lot of buying and selling. You see? We're starting to base out here. Let me go to my, we're starting to base out here. Which is 61.75. And we have decent support at 60.75. So we did have buyers in the 62. That looks good. More buyers. Now we'll go to the footprint and we'll take a look. Buyers took it up before, sellers took it down, buyers took it up. We can see if buyers could hold 61 even. So I'm looking at 61 even. Let's see if buyers could hold that. So far they are, 61.75. So I'd be looking at 61. Here's unfinished auction down here. This is a range chart, 12 ticks, it's 3 points. Each one of these candles represents 3 points. So we are getting a little bit of support here at 61.50. Let's see if we come back down to 61. And then what I'm looking at is I'm looking at selling imbalances and buying imbalances. All right, we know Delta had control up here, not big numbers. Delta's still a little negative, but very small negative compared to the candle before. Okay. So we'll see if the sellers have done their selling. You can take a look at this little delta number here and see what it's doing and how fast or slow it's going. You take a look at the profile and see if you can come down to 60.50. And it's just a game of patience. 60.50 to 61. That's what we're looking at. 60.25 to 60 even. And that's what I'm looking at. Pretty neutral here. 300, 358. Pretty neutral here. 291. Or 391. No, it's about 100 more. But in the context of the volume, it really isn't anything. So we'll see if this number increases or decreases. All right, so we're getting to my number. See a little bit of the movement here. We'll see if the buyers can hold it. We're getting delta coming in, yet the price is still moving down. So I'm looking at 60 even. I'm looking at about right here, 61 to 60, right in this area. Take a look at the volume profile. $63.75 is a little bit of resistance. Okay, we're coming down to my number. Now we could focus on the dome. Since we're coming down on the number, I'm going to focus on the dome. I already did my homework here. We'll see if these numbers start going. We're going to see a little red. We're going to see a little red. See if any greens are starting. See, they're starting to buy it right here at 61. Let it come back down again. They just pulled these. They're starting to buy again. I want it to come below it. Then I'm going to hit it on the way up. Looks like we still got some downside. There it is. I'm going to go buy it right there. 61 even. They're starting to pull here. They're starting to pull more. Screwed that one up. Nothing of that. But we got it anyway. We made we made commission money. So on the prep. All right, we'll see if we can do that again. Let's go ahead and take a look at the we were right on the diagnosis. Could have had 2 points there, but coulda, shoulda, woulda. That's trading, all right? It's got to continue to, think about what you're doing for your trade. And, execute it as you plan. That's it. So 62.25, we hit 63, we came back down real fast. Came back down real fast, small amounts. You had some buyers here, some sellers. See if sellers can get below 62 even. Some more sellers here. All right, so buyers are in. We're going to go long right here. We're going to go for the long. So here we are right here. Looking for a big push of volume. Looks like we're going to get it. So let's just wait on it. Starting to buy it up. They're starting to pull right down here, which is good for us, for me. Buyers are coming in 36, 10 back, 1, 9, 49, 50, looks good. 33, 45. You got 70. Very small. See, we get buyers to start coming in here. We need to see these numbers pick up. 24, that was a big one. Right here is a biggie. We overcome 61.75, we go up. We got to overcome 61.75. Look at all that numbers. These things are pulling, they're buying, they're pulling, they're buying. 24 buys. Taking a little heat. So they started to buy, so they just wiped out all that liquidity. Continue to buy them. They're buying it now. They're buying it. Remember where the high is. They'll let them marinate a little bit. They're starting to come in. You got a lot of positive delta here. Small delta here, positive delta here. See if these bids start going up. Yep, we're starting to move. We'll take one there. Go to break even here. Let's see where we go. We definitely, you know, we're using their money now. Looks like we're still going to make a move higher here. Okay, I'll take it. We're up 4 points today. Not bad. Not bad for 16 minutes. Got a couple of buying imbalances here. Let's take a look at the dome surface. This may be it for me, but you know, I got some more work to do today. Maybe I'll come back a little later. So I'm doing some plumbing today, actually. So very small amounts of. You see right down here, you got little small amounts of volume. So I'll be honest with you, I'm not that great with Bookmap yet. But a lot of my followers, subscribers, you know, they've asked me, how come you don't do Bookmap? And I like Bookmap because it gives you like the historical of where the liquidity is. That's good. The dome is the best. I love working the dome, but it doesn't give you at a glance where the liquidity was. You know, it's always changing. There's no history. So having the history is good. You know, but we're in this. Go back to the footprint. So these are the trades I took today. That's it. They're both two winners. So it's 3.5 points, pretty much. 2.5 points. Yeah. That gotta be more than 2.5 points. Yeah. Three points. I'm burnt out today. All right, that's about it for me. If you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If you comment, I will get back to you. Join my Discord. It's free. Also have a free chat in there as well. You'll become a member as a member role, and I'll have certain things from members who answer a couple of questions, you know, just to make sure that the Discord has a certain amount of certain rules, like no self-promotion and all that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a learning opportunity for everyone. I believe that it's going to be a good. I do have about I think 80 or 90 users in there now. And answering questions there as well. So that's about it. All right. If you like this, like I said, like the content, give me a like and subscribe to the channel. If this is stuff you want to look for or look at, beginners are welcome as well. Intermediate, pro. I've been doing this since Orderflow since 2012, but I've been trading since 2008. So that's about it. All right. See you on the next one.